included the fact that JJ's body was in a white plastic bag wrapped around the face multiple times with duct tape all the way down to the neck.
Horrible.
Just envision that, all the way down to the neck. And then his forearms and hands were bound. His ankles were bound as well with duct tape. And Adante, this likely comes back to this wacko world that Chad Daybell and Lori were living in, where they would designate people zombies and then take it to the next step and say, well, the only way to get the zombie out of the body is to kill, take the body and do one of different things. You either burn them and one of them is binding the body, according to Prophet Chad. I mean, it's ridiculous. Even I feel like an idiot just saying it, that, oh, the only way to get the demon out of the body is to bind them or burn them. But that's the insanity of this whole thing. And at the end of the day, this could be one of those cases where we have a 30-second deliberation. Or, on the other hand, there's a lot to think about as well. It's a tough one to get your head around. Where are you in terms of the amount of evidence the state has? Because keep in mind, Lori wasn't there for any of these murders.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where I think the jury could come back very, very quickly, especially because they're not considering capital punishment or the death penalty. If they had that to consider, they might take a little bit longer. But I expect the jury verdict to come back pretty quickly. I'm listening to this evidence. I'm taking into consideration not only what's being said on the stand, but also the defendant's demeanor, the mom's demeanor in the courtroom. And if watching and listening to the testimony come in and watching those videos or pictures of her children and the injuries they sustained, if she just had an outburst that was like, I can't believe you did this, or something along those lines, to where even though she's not on the stand, it was just an uncontrollable outburst, a reaction to this, like she didn't know what happened to her kids, or this wasn't a part of whatever they discussed, that might be her best chance at some form of sympathy. But sitting there writing with your head down, essentially not dealing with the fact that not only are your kids dead, but they died in one of the most horrific ways, out of some type of horror novel or some sadistic cult, which is what this is sounding like it's coming out to be, I don't think she's getting any sympathy. And on top of that, despite us having a constitutional right to pick and choose and practice religion how we see fit, you do not have a constitutional right to kill people in pursuit of your religious freedom. So with that being said, I think the mallet will come down, guilty is charged, and it'll be a quick verdict.